And so I'll say this, good or bad, and this is a great debate, and I love talking to business owners on the work from home piece, right? So we instituted a hybrid where it's 2 days in the office, 3 days at home, and we have maintained that. And the reason we've maintained it is to save people from having to come into the office every day, our office staff, and their technology made it so they're just as efficient working from home.
How do you calculate that? I mean, because go ahead. I
No,
mean, because some people are very productive, some are not.
Exactly. And fortunately for us, these are most of our call center, our customer service representatives. So their computer is their phone. We know exactly how many calls they're taking, how long they're on the calls. We monitor all the calls. So we know that they're being productive. We know that they're working. So I'm good with that. And then our field people, of course, what we changed because of technology, this iPhone here is really that everything's in there. So our technicians don't come to the office every day anymore. Used to, they come in, turn in yesterday's paperwork, pick up today's, and go do their thing. Now they go from their home and they go straight to their first stop because everything's uploaded to their device, and they are able to do all of that.
Everything from their route for the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the technology has really affected your business, right?
Gigantic.
Phone calls and notepads in the early days.
All gone. It's all technology. So technology, congestion, affordability. Okay, this is how we're dealing with it, trying to mitigate those impacts. But it's still an impact. And, you know, the thing that I do worry about as part of it is when we don't get to see each other as often as we did, right? There's trade-offs, right?
We're human beings.
What does it mean to our culture? What does it mean to the connection that we have with work? So it is one that, so what I tell people is when we are together, when we see our people, we've got to be very, very intentional to make sure that we're connecting, that we're building relationships, that we're doing other things that foster that connection to the company. Because for me, I hate turnover. I hate losing people. We talk about how hard it is to hire. Well,
let's keep them.
The more people I lose, the more I'm going to have to hire. So let's keep them.
But you've created a culture. Talk about that. You've created a very successful culture.
Yeah. You know, you said it at the beginning. We're a family business. And I take that with a lot of pride. We are a family business, and we work hard to create that kind of family culture. One of the things that I share with people, good or bad, right? Business people might not say it's good. I think it's pretty amazing. 40% of the people who work at ABC have a relative who works at ABC.
Wow.
So all of that says it's not just my family, it's everybody's
It's their family business too.
It's their family business too.
Wow, that's great.
And we are very intentional on our benefit packages. Obviously we've got, health insurance and 401k and all that. But what we also have, Todd, is profit sharing at ABC. So everybody who works at ABC is part of our annual profit sharing program. And again, the idea is to create that culture that it is us, it is we. We are part of the family business. And if the business is successful, each individual is going to be more successful also.
How do you crack that code? Because that's a different kind of spin from traditional entrepreneurs or business owners we've heard in the past.
Yeah. What I ascribe to, Todd, I believe there's a concept called evergreen businesses. And, I want a multi-generational sustainable business. And when we talked about the success of ABC, what I tried to point out is we're not any overnight success. This is a business that over 40 years, we have averaged, and I'm proud of it, and yet it's not, oh my gosh, we've averaged between 13 and 15% growth every year, okay? So you start stacking that, and at some point, you've got a pretty sizable business, but it doesn't happen overnight. But that's been intentional. That sustainable, digestible growth is we just keep stacking on top of each other. And I think that's good business, right? Because that creates a culture that they know that they've got a place that's going to be there. It's going to continue to move at a steady pace. And really my vision, Todd, and I share this with you because I've already got I have 2 children and a son-in-law working in the business today, and I'm very excited about that. And I've got several grandchildren that live here in this market, and I will tell you 2 things. One, of course, I'm recruiting them to Texas A&M because I'm a diehard Aggie.
Gig 'em.
But I am also recruiting them to hopefully work at ABC someday. So I think about that multi-generational. I'm intentional about it. Will they or will they not? I don't know. But I hope and pray that some of them do, and this business continues to go. But my point on that is that's the culture and the feeling that we want to create at ABC, that it is that family business. It's going to be there. You can count on it. I've always said when we do our orientation, when what my dad said when I got into the business, when he got into the business, and why he went into the pest control side of it, there's always going to be bugs, and there's always going to be people who don't want to live with bugs. Well, I think there's always going to be people who need services done. And so I think that we do have a good long-term prospect. So that's the culture we want people to believe, that they have a future and a career to grow with the company.
What would your dad say today? Did he envision this?
So that's a great question. I don't think he envisioned all of the services that we've done. Mm-hmm. I think that it was built into my DNA. Our core values are built around grow. Okay, so grow our business, grow it profitably, grow our relationships with our community, grow our relationships with the other, grow our knowledge and our expertise, grow our funness. So it's in our DNA that we're going to move forward, we're going to grow. Status quo is never part of the formula at ABC or culturally or in with me personally.
And you have a positive outlook for the next couple of years in the Austin area and the state of Texas.
I really do, Todd.
Yeah.
We've got the throttle down. We're continuing to grow. We're continuing to hire. We're working on our 5-year strategic plan right now, quite frankly.
Wow.
And what does the next 5 years? What are the things we need to be focused on and work on so that we can be that company that's 5 years down the road and then, again, multi-generational after that.
Bobby Jenkins, thank you so much.
Todd, enjoyed talking to you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's Bobby Jenkins. I'm Todd Jeffries, and this is News Radio KLBJ.